Here's a message of importance to millions of people who are continually pale and washed out, weak and run down. Doctors will tell you that these conditions are often caused by a deficiency of... The iron you need to keep you physically fit and mentally alert. Medical studies show that 2 out of 3 women and many men lack the daily iron your body requires, in a form your body can easily use and put to work. Every dose gives you more than your daily minimum iron requirement. So if you're not getting the iron your body needs, if you feel weak, run down, and are easily upset, start taking iron today.
You know, for as good as the audio sounded this morning, I feel like it's garbage right now, and I have no idea why. I turned on the computer, and it's like everything got jumbled up and went just goofy. And it's so frustrating. But TGIF, we're going to have a show one way or the other, irrespective of how much I struggle with this audio. But man, it's Friday.
It's Friday, my dudes.
And
It's Friday.
Happy Friday, my friend.
happy Friday, my friend. We'll just get them all out of the way. It was a long day for me. I only planned to work half a day and worked a little bit longer than I anticipated. Then had to go drive out to the florist, which put me another couple hours behind schedule. Then I got on here and it was, just one struggle after another. And it's nobody's fault but my own. I'm sure it's my own ignorance. I just don't know what the hell would have changed while I was at work and the computer was off. I don't know. But this shit drives me crazy. Like everything is just... Every time I fucking touch something, it doesn't work and I can't figure out why. I see, oh, that's the one I'm planning. Okay, I'll just share it, so that's what displays on YouTube. And then it goes black. Oh, fuck, well, something's strange, so I put it back. I'm like, well, let me fix it, display it, and it goes black. Just shows nothing. And I can't figure out why. And now I've got this television thing broadcast. Wasn't there a minute ago. Wasn't there when I was going to switch to it. When I did switch to it, then it shows up. It's just one fucking thing after another. Maybe I need a Knodel. Maybe that's my problem.
That's what you need.
I'm going to say, why don't I jump right in and say hello to Mr. Walt Johnson. We'll let him fill a little bit. I think I got one in my pocket. That's how that works. How are you doing, Walter? Happy
Pocket
Friday.
Knodel. That's what I'm talking about.
We can all Knodel.
You gotta like that. Oh, come on, Bender. Bender is in rare form this afternoon. He has been on my keyboard and my mouse about 90% of the time I've been trying to get in the call. He needs some daddy, so I guess I'm going to let it happen till he gets tired of being pushed and moved over. Anyway, I'm here. I've lost the call. Did he hang up on me? No.
Not yet.
He tried. I'm here. But yeah, it is Friday, my dude. We made it. Did you try to install that thing you sent me, that sonar thing? Yeah, because I did, and it did make me have to do some switching and swapping, but I did it this morning on Skype and got it sounding okay, it seemed.
Yeah.
And in my ear, you're fine. So it's got to be something going through OBS somewhere, right? I would guess, if you're good in my ear and not.
Because that's what I'm looking at, or my OBS levels.
Yeah. Well, I know I had an update, as I said there, when I came in on Zoom itself. It updated for me about, a minute and a half. It's a little waiting for the bar, and then it popped up. So I assumed it did that for everybody, but maybe it is an update thing. I don't know. But
I know I'm off till freaking next Wednesday, so you're going to have a hard time bringing me down.
There you go. Well, I'm about to have to do what you've done to redo this room on my own. It's just tear it all apart, start from scratch. Because I've got so many things I've added to the mix over time that now anytime a cat steps across the back of the table over there, there's probably a wire gets disconnected or jiggled just wrong or whatever the case may be. So I've got to eliminate some of the clutter and move the table around and just do all these things that I'm really not looking forward to doing. But I know when I do it, I'll have room to jam again. So, but anyway, that's enough of my yapping. You heard us yapping this morning. We have a guest, luckily.
We do have a guest. We had a guest last week.
This afternoon.
Technically, we had a guest last week.
I know, we blew it though.
Well, there's other things going on.
Yeah, it definitely was.
We just didn't realize that it was all going on at the same time.
No.
But Joel was nice enough to hang out with us and watch a little of the Trivia for Charity last week. Instead of doing an actual show, we just chilled here and shared screen and listened. So thanks for hanging out with us last week, Joel. Happy you could.
Yes, thank you.
Was that 2 weeks ago? See, I can't keep it. I guess it was last week. And
last week.
Thanks for coming to make it again this week, and hopefully we'll get some editing done.
All right. Yeah. So last week, I guess you were streaming too. I had no idea. So I was all BSing with you in between the quiet scenes of the Melodome for Trivia. So I was like, whoops.
I could have sworn I said I was
That's just
streaming.
more entertaining.
That was too funny.
I apologize. I'm usually
all
pretty good at yelling it out once I go.
We didn't say anything that would get you struck, so we're good.
You might be surprised.
Yeah. They're looking really hard to try to get people shut down who speak the truth.
Yeah.
They do not like that. It's against their religion, I think.
Our little coffee channel, so they definitely don't want us making no money anymore over here. Of course, we weren't making any YouTube money hardly anyway. I mean, not that we weren't getting it. You guys are awesome out there who I haven't gotten to in chat. It's just that, to pull the teeth of ABC and get that money out of them was always a chore at the best of times. When we were a new channel and they still didn't know what we were actually about yet, it was still hard to get it out of them. So yeah, now that they know what we're about, they're like,
no, just
no.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Everybody else gets to, but not you, dumbasses. You're demonetized.
Yeah.
No partnership for you. No YouTube partnership. You're shit out of luck.
Yerp, so that's fine. That's all good. We'll figure out how to get that fixed on the FM side. Free World FM, if you're not familiar.
The alternative to the alternative.
There you go. All right, I'm about to crate them up here, so I'm going to mute up and let you guys yap for half a second here. I don't want y'all hearing me gurgle and swirler.
So how's the Flat Earth Wiki been going, Joel? How's visitorship?
Well, I don't know about visitors. I don't really have statistics that I can get off of that. Maybe there is. I don't know. I'm still learning as well. But I'd have to say it's gone fantastic. So first of all, there's been a lot of support in the community, lots of shout outs like the Melodome, Globebusters, Jeranism, Good Times, Sovereign Souls, all these guys out there, they're finding it. I'm getting subs from a lot of content creators that I recognize that I'm sub to now. So they've heard about it and they're kind of coming through and saying, wow, this looks good. So that's awesome. We've also we've gone international, baby. So
Nice.
just this week, I was contacted by a beautiful soul named Flavia. And if she's listening to this, thank you, Flavia, very much. Sorry about the train going on in the background. Anyway, so Flavia has volunteered to translate into a Brazilian Portuguese. So we're getting Portuguese language in the wiki now. I've done a couple of pages in Spanish. Not that I know much Spanish, but I do have Google Translate, and that's cheating. But I was using it for practicing. So anyway, the outreach is definitely there. Flavia says there's a whole community down there that's super excited to see this wiki go into the Portuguese language. And that just thrills the hell out of me. It makes my heart smile. So I am jacked. I've been jacked all week about that. Let's see what else. Another thing that's kind of happened lately is I've been kind of, as I go, I'm learning this stuff. So I just enabled a thing called a visual editor, and that gives the ability for you to edit articles and have it look more like Microsoft Word. So you can actually just see, bold text and, titles and such, instead of having to rely on the source code side of things. But it gives you the ability to go back and forth in case you're more familiar with wiki text versus visual. So that's kind of exciting. That's been working. And I'll show you guys that here today. And that's about it, I think, for this week. Here, let me see. Should I share my screen here?
Absolutely. You should be empowered to do so.
Okay. Cool. All right. So there it is. So I'm on the main page of the True Earth Wiki. Y'all can see that. Does it look okay?
Yep. Looks great.
Okay, great. So yeah, here's what I was talking about. So pages that have been translated are going to show up right here at the top of the article, and it'll let you click on, your Portuguese language and see it in Portuguese now.
That is awesome.
And then here's the Spanish version of it, and here's the English version. So yeah, that is awesome. I'm super jacked. I honestly wish this language bar would actually tie in with this button up here, but whatever, at least it's working. I've asked WikiTide about that to see if there's a way I can get it all tied together, and they think maybe there's a way because the Wikipedia does it that way. So anyway, but just the fact that, you can jump around in different languages. Every page you go to, it's going to have a banner up there that says if it's what language it's in. And if you happen to be signed in and want to contribute, you can also click the translate this page, and you can provide another language, like say French or something. And speaking of which, somebody in Globebusters Telegram channel said that they can do French language. So I was like, yes, come on over.
That's awesome.
So hopefully we'll be able to get it in some of these primary languages out there, because that is huge. I mean, imagine if we got it in Chinese too, for population wise. Gosh, getting this truth out there would be super huge to be able to have it in these languages. So basically with this wiki, you're all already familiar with it probably. If not, I'll show you real quick. If you go to trueearth.wikitide.org, it'll take you to this page. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to have an account just to use it. But if you want to edit or contribute in some way, you can sign in. That information on how to sign up is here at the bottom. Here you can create an account, and there's some ground rules. And there's a wiki cheat sheet, which I'll show you here in a second. To use this wiki for research, at the top of the page here, you can search for anything you're looking for, or you can use this index page link. And the index page link takes you to this big category list. And then you can, from there, click on the particular subject and then drill into other kind of subtopics. And then you'll be in an article of some sort. Like this is our list of content creators, all these different various channels out there who do flat earth content. So this is huge. If you guys are out there, you can definitely help by editing and adding in here some other people that I might not already have. If you get shadow banned or something, or deleted by YouTube, for example, you could set yourself up a new channel, and then you could come in here, and then you could say, here's my backup channel. And you could just type that in, input that information in here. So that way, you know, or you could say, here's my new channel, and just replace it. So that way people could find you again easier. Okay, so that's the index page. That's kind of the backbone to the wiki. Like here's the FAQs, you know, why the lie and all that stuff. So you're going to find all of your kind of articles and stuff based off of this main category. And if you're searching for stuff like moon, it's going to show you here all these different various page matches. Like the moon landing page. This is a fun one. Talks about the hoax of the moon landing, because there is no real moon landing. It's only covers the hoax of it. So anyway, so that's how you can search for things. Here's another type of search. Like if you just type in NASA. Oops. Sorry, wrong place. At the top. If you type in like NASA, it pops out and shows agencies here. If you choose that, it's going to actually directly take you to the NASA page rather than show you results of pages that have NASA on it, for example. So that's a couple of ways this search bar works. There's some good stuff here, some good gravy in this NASA article if you haven't already seen it. So definitely take a look. And of course, if anybody has suggestions and comments, wants to help, definitely feel free, you know, to sign up. Let's go down here to the wiki cheat sheet down here. And here, you can learn how to edit the wiki. So I have training videos in here. I'm going to be updating these videos soon. But there's a list of training videos that are basically different topics, like how to build a link. Here's the wiki discussion group on Telegram, and that kind of looks like this right here, where we basically, you know, there's some shout outs here, like to the Iron Realm. Here you are for the show today. But also, you know, here's some announcements, like we got some pages translated into Portuguese and so forth. And then there's also some, you know, how-tos and things like that that'll be shown here. So that's a helpful resource for everybody if you're on Telegram. The community support link here, there's different ways you can contact me. Like with my email address or with the Telegram direct message on Telegram. And again, right here is the Telegram discussion channel. So that's how you can get help with editing. There's also extended help, like, you know, just the actual online guides and junk stuff that I didn't write. All kinds of stuff that I wrote up here that might help you understand how to do various things like references and some of the advanced things. And finally, if you're interested in translating, there's this cool little feature here. It's the translator sign up. And if you want to sign up, you can, it'll show who you are, your username, and it'll say that your email address is confirmed, which is required. If you sign up, you got to put in your email address and click the link that you get. I don't see it. I don't know your email, but the wiki keeps track of that stuff, and it can email you. And I could even email you through the wiki, but I still don't know your email address. It is like direct messaging kind of a thing. So that's kind of cool. So if you're going to sign up to translate, you can pick your languages that you are able to translate, and you can say, hey, email me. And I suggest doing a weekly digest or something like that, because if you say when there's something new to translate, you might get, 10 or more emails a day. The first day that I set this up, I had my inbox full with over 1,000 emails because I was just pinging through all of the pages and setting them up for translation. So anyway, you can set that up and you click on update your settings, and bam, you'll get an email whenever a page is ready to be translated, like this page, into your language that you selected. And supposedly you'll get a list of all the different pages that you could then translate. So anyway, that's some cool stuff. That's kind of new. Any questions so far?
On the content creator page, you said when you were filling in your additional, say your backup channels or your second channels, does that then backlink as another creator link in the wiki? Or is that just going to be listed there under the original content creator and you'd have to go back and set up a second creator under the backup channel's name and then backlink it to the original?
Yeah, that's a good question. So yeah, if you are ironrealmmedia and you had to create a new channel, you might choose ironrealmmedia 2. And so
Or maybe the Iron Realm Media podcast channel.
right. So in that case, you could probably make a new entry. That's a great question, honestly. I haven't thought that one out. You could do what I've done with some
I
of
wonder
them,
if it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
where I make 2 of them and I have them with a link to each other. For
Well, can you
example,
make every time the name appears, make it be a hyperlink that would go back either to this page or to your actual channel or whatever? I mean, I don't know how deep all that kind of stuff goes. That's why we're here.
yeah. Well, there's some things you could do. So first of all, I'll show you like Nur for all, which is Iru. I don't know if you're know him, but Nur
yeah.
for all, and then Nur para todos. So he does it in English and Spanish, and I have both of his pages here. And if I click on Nur for all, see, I have a see also Nur para todos. And then if I go to todos, you can see that it's see also Nur for all, the English version.
Right.
So you can kind of cross-reference to the pages that way. Also, I guess if you wanted to, you could use this move feature. And then the move, you could say, here's my new channel name. And you could even leave a redirect behind. And then you can, anyway, there's a few things you could do there, in case you needed to just move your existing channel to a new name. Otherwise, yeah, just create a new entry in your table somewhere, because you just might, like you said, make a whole different name for your new channel. But people are going to remember you as Iron Realm Media. And if that channel's gone, for example, they're going to be coming here looking for it. So you might want to, say, here's my new channel. Here's my new YouTube links, and put them all in here.
And you can always check the Josh Corey wiki too, because it should be linked there as well.
Yeah, do I have you as a separate one? Yeah, here we go, Josh Corey. So there's your channel. And no, I don't have that actually cross-linked. I guess it's a good to do.
Nope, these are things I need to get into and do myself. I've got several Josh Corey YouTube accounts that I've built through over the years, one way or the other.
1302.
I have no idea how that's just some random number from YouTube, I think, because there's not enough subs to actually go back and give it a personalized name.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah.
Yep.
So, so you could totally do that. Of course, when you're signed in like this, you're going to see edit links everywhere. And that's the main reason to be signed in. Otherwise, if you're just a visitor or guest, you never need to sign up, never need to sign in. It'll just let you view all this stuff anytime. So if you're trying to edit something, let's try to show something a little bit simpler here. So if you do edit, it's going to possibly show you this new visual editor, which basically looks the same as it just did because it's a visual editor. Otherwise, there's the source code editor, and that's new. And so you can just kind of switch back and forth. And
so the visual editor is basically just where you can format it and use the italics, and you can use the bold and subheadings and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And it makes it real easy to hyperlink and insert stuff.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And in fact, I'm not even 100% used to this, this visual editor. Honestly, I just started using it. But yeah, there's to build a link. So you could say here, I want this to become a link. So you just click on the that and
insert the URL.
Then, yeah, exactly. So that's pretty handy.
That's exactly what I was looking to know right there. Yeah.
And if you were doing it as this wiki source, you would have had to use like this. This is a link right here where I've got the 2 square brackets around it. And this takes you to the index page. This takes you to the people, content creators, and it's labeled as content creators. Agencies, NASA, labeled as NASA. So that's kind of the format for these internal links in here. The visual source editor, if you look at it, you can just double click the link and you can see,
So for those of us who don't know how to code, I mean, like, it just seems like that's something I don't ever need to mess with.
Yeah.
I will break everything.
Same.
Yeah. And you might break stuff anyways. I did. I've had to go around in circles with this thing as I started figuring it out. And this,
I guess that's my question. Is there a grand reset somewhere if I mess your whole site up? Or, not a reset, but can you fix the mess we might make for you is what I'm worried about.
Yeah. So, if you're trying, and that'd be a good reason to contact me if you tried something and you had a hard time and it ended out like crap, you could just, let me know. Otherwise, I will get a notification that a page has changed. And so I'll probably view it just to see what it looks like and make sure it all works right. And if there's issues, I'll just probably message you and say, hey, I fixed the page.
Cool. Thank you, man. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's, some of this stuff is really, I was kind of surprised it's more difficult than it should be. And some of the stuff is super easy. It's just a real blend of complexities. And so I've been trying to keep this stuff simple, but the prettier you go, the harder it gets, if you will. And that's just like anything else, with a web page or anything. This is wiki text, which isn't as complicated as a web page, but it's more complicated than Notepad or Microsoft Word in some cases. mainly because you're doing linking. You might want to do tables and stuff. So the best way to begin, of course, to learn this stuff is here in this wiki cheat sheet, to go through this, the page building tips here. Here's information on how to create links. So there's examples here of what that would look like. How to do references. That's very tricky, honestly. But here's an example of an article with a reference in it, pointing to the references section with references having this reference. So if you look at it, here's what it renders out to be. It creates this little number 1 for you because it's the, or this number, and then has a link back up to each other. So this is what this will end up turning into this, basically. And so if you run across them in a page, you can definitely click in there and, insert another line in there and add more references. If it's not there, you can just come over here and copy this and paste it into your document and move things around and rename it however you need. That's what I usually do because I never can remember this crap. Links, I'm pretty much got the point where I just type out links myself. But that visual editor thing, it really, really helps with that kind of a thing. So let's see. Let's put in a new line in this table. So I'm in the visual editor. See, it's got this insert below. And then you can basically just type in there. Let's see, what would we want there? Translator sign up, I guess. And sign up to translate pages. Okay, so then I could just highlight this thing, and then I would want to make a link here, except for I need to actually find out what that is. So here's my tag, my link. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go back up here and edit that in here. Okay, so now let's highlight this text, click on link, and I'm going to say it's an external website because it does this whole thing like that. Translator sign up, bam. So there, now I've created a new row in there. I can delete some extra spaces here. You could just start typing, to create an article. If you wanted another section, new topic, and then if you need help, go here. And let me look at this link real quick. Copy. So, you can have kind of edit things like that. Let me see if I can make a, please look at our content creator pages. So let me make this into a link. So content, and see, it pops down and says, hey, here's a page called People Content Creators. Click, bam. So now I have a link to the content creators page.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, so internal links are pretty nice. If they're external links, for example, like this show is watch Iron Realm Media episode. Whoops, if I could type 22 or whatever it is, and you can just paste in a whole link there and see it automatically treats an HTTPS / as an actual link. as well, which is kind of nice. And if you click on it here, you can actually change the text of it and say episode 22. And now that link looks pretty, but it still goes to YouTube. So links are quite an interesting topic of their own. So you just kind of you start out by writing some very limited things, maybe using these little headers like that you'll see, and just kind of stay away from the advanced stuff for a while. And once you start needing something advanced, like you're like, dang, I'm jonesing over having this table. Well, go for it. In the visual editor, that's actually fairly easy. You can click on insert a table and it'll give you one basically. And you can just start typing in it. And then you can always, delete columns, extra columns and stuff. And then you start typing stuff in them, and of course those could be links or whatever you want. But, just take it one at a time, each topic at a time, links or tables. And then next thing you know, you'll be making tons of links and tables. Another cool thing you can do is look at another page. You can open it up in a new window. And oops, I don't know if that worked. Open it in a new tab or something. And you can say edit. Let me see the source code of it. How was this done? Aha, look at that, so you can copy that and paste it into your own article and then change the words around. And so that's, that's some ways you can figure out how certain things are done. And of course, you can always, contact me if you need help. If you're in the source code editor, the old version, there's a preview button, and that'll show you what you've done. See, here's what I already started building, and that's what it'll look like. So, even if you're using this old editor or the new one, you should be able to see what you're trying to do, and if it came out right. And if it doesn't, it's going to be that way once you save it. And if you do save some mistakes, then I'll try to fix them for you and stuff like that. But that's the idea of editing. So this cheat sheet, I've tried to make sure it has, help, ways to contact somebody for help.
I'll be going there a lot.
Yeah. So perfect. So if you want to make your own brand new page, the best way to do it is create a link to that new page that doesn't exist. For example, your page. So let's try that out real quick. Let me switch to the visual editor here. Let's see if I could figure it out. Okay, so let's say, so if you're going to make a new page and it happens to be a wiki article, let me abandon this actually. Let me leave this page and then I'll go to here. Let's say you have a new frequently asked question category or something and you want to make a new frequently asked question. Okay, so I am going to try to figure this out. Insert below. We're going to call this one, what should we do here? You have an idea of a...
Let me think.
Where's your model?
There you go. That's a good one.
Where's your model? And then so over here, I technically, basically wanted this to be better description, but
Right. A
at the
fuller
very
question
least,
or whatever. Right.
at the very least, if it's redundant like that, that's fine. But you can say, where's your model? Do you have a map? Things like that. Some of the types of questions that you might be answered in here. And so let's make this into a link. So first of all, let me look at somebody else's link. FAQ Coriolis. So that's what that link looks like. And it starts with the FAQ /. So it's kind of like Windows has folders. This is an FAQ folder, and there's a Coriolis link here. So let's try to see how we can make our own here. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to choose make a link. I'm going to call this one FAQ / where's your model. Great. And you can see it's created a red link. That means that that page doesn't exist. But we're cool with that. So you can double click it here and you can actually try the link yourself and say open that in a new tab if you want. And you can then see that this page is not, no text is created here. You can create the page right here. And whammo, you're now in an editor for the where's your model page. So you can go up here, insert a heading.
And then you would just go in and explain, what a model actually is. And
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Live in a model. And
what is a model? What other paragraph here? Where's your map, you stupid flurf? Just like that. And then you could then start typing your articles out here. And basically then you will save your page, and then you go back and then you save your new link, and then you can go to that page. And why else would you make a page if you couldn't somehow get to it? So that's the idea of starting off with a link. Awesome stuff.
Now, I saw there was a choice in that right before you got to this, that gave you the option to go to maybe an outside page link too. Is that something that gets vetted as well in the bigger scheme of things, or we just have to hope we're going to a good source, or you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like sometimes I'll put YouTube links in there. So here's the YouTube link.
So it could be something like that too. It doesn't have to be just a site or a information page or whatever. It can be a YouTube or a Twitter or anything. Okay, cool deal.
Yeah, could be a website, a link to a PDF document that you have on a Google Drive that's publicly shared. Sky's the limit. As long as it's got that HTTPS thing.
Right. So now that makes me wonder if there would be a way, because I know I'd asked you before when you were here about this space, for actual storage. And I know that, in the bigger scheme, it costs somebody a lot somewhere. And so, even when we were trying to set up a little page for just Iron Realm when we were starting out, quickly we realized how fast things like PDFs and maps and all that fill up storage. So is there maybe a way to, well, I just thought like some people send me, a link for a map, but it's actually linked to their Google Drive or their whatever the other little cloud drive thing is, that kind of stuff. So maybe that would be a way to get around you having to store it as it goes to somebody else's storage. Or did you find out maybe you have a nice amount of storage and you can work with that? Or I don't, because again, I have maps, I have PDFs out to Yahoo here. I just don't want to clog up everything, putting them on here. If there's a way to maybe keep them in a place of my own that you can access, I don't know. I'm probably talking idiot stuff here. I don't know the right question to ask even.
Yeah. No,
But
you
it's more,
great.
like I said, just trying not to eat up all the space you have that other people could be, getting some good contributions in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically, I asked that question because you asked last time I was on your show,
Righto.
and they said that basically they said they have lots of storage, that there really isn't any foreseeable limit.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay, cool.
I kind of got giddy a little bit because I'm thinking,
Right.
God,
I'm smiling on that one. All right.
so far, knock on wood, there
Remember
we
they said
don't
that, right?
we
That's what I said. Remember they said that.
yeah. So, and speaking of maps, over here on the maps page, you had provided that Google Drive listing, and so I went and I went to each of your maps, and then I basically downloaded that map. But
Oh,
then I
okay. So
also I
you put
also
them here
searched.
because that's what I tried to do the first time was not have it clogging up things. So you got them now. They're actually here. Okay, cool deal.
Yeah. Plus, I also went and Google searched around for the name of the map that you had.
Right.
And in some cases, I found some higher quality versions of them.
I'm sure you will, because some of those I know I've had since like early tablet days probably were like, 790 by 350 or something stupid. So
Yeah. So whenever I put in a map, I've put in the resolution and the size of it. Some of these are just ginormous.
yeah.
Um, in fact, these ones right here, these 56 megabyte maps, they didn't turn into thumbnails. I think it blew the Wiki's thumbnailing
Broke it.
engine. No,
Yeah.
I just made them
Well, I
links.
know those were super high quality on those pieces for sure. I think that was, where did I get those from?
Benny Boy
QM
got those
printing?
for me
Oh, it
through.
was Benny. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so shout out to Benny Boy. I'm so happy. Check this out.
Oh wow, I like this blue edge.
Boom. Now look at that. Look
Jesus.
how
That's
freaking
amazing.
awesome that is. I mean, you can
Yeah, that's
read the
amazing.
smallest print on here. I mean, that is some high quality map. So those are here. Here's a lower quality one, just in case you have trouble rendering or waiting for it to download, kind of a thing. Anyway, so all those maps are in here now. And then I even have links to other websites that have maps, like David Rumsey here, things like that. So now another thing I can show you is under miscellaneous, I have books and papers. And the book section, of course, I have hundreds of books to still upload here, but there you go. These are all these different various books, and they're alphabetized by the author's last name. So here's Eric Dubay under D, right? Anyway, all of these are books. Some of these you can even see right here is a little link mark that looks like a little link arrow. That's because I don't have it on my website. It's that this one happens to be at archive.org. But this one, for example, is right here uploaded into the wiki. So once you then you just click on the little bugger and then you're inside of this PDF book. And I've tried to find some good reads. I have probably hundreds more of those to go to upload and categorize in here. Papers, same thing. Like 81 Government, That Admit Flat Earth, right? Eddie Alencar's book, paper. So there's all of these. I have hundreds of more to upload. Shout out to Alan at Space Audits. I stole all of his documents that he's been sharing in the Telegram groups. And so I just downloaded all of them, and I just have to upload them and catalog them in here.
God.
It's just, I've been prioritizing getting other things done instead of that. But anyway, there's tons more information, and I'm sure other people have tons of information. And one thing is really cool. If you upload a document and it just happens to be one that's already uploaded, it'll pop up and say, hey, this is already here. Even if it's a different file name, somehow it figures it out. And then you can click on the one that's already there, like this, for example. Wait,
Right.
Wait, sorry, that's an external link. Like this one, this is internal. And see, it shows you what the file name is. So if it says, hey, there's this document's already here, you click on it, it'll show up like that. You can say, hey, that's the file name, copy that. I want to use that somewhere else. And you can make another link to this book or something. Or, resume making a link to that particular file that you were planning on uploading a document to link to. But now, since it's already there, you don't have to upload. All you got to do is make the link to it. So anyway, there's some kind of cool little tools in there that are built in to it, and lots of information here. I think somebody could spend a lifetime just going through all the stuff that's already up here. And there's so much more
I was already
put
thinking,
in.
hell, every time I'm going here, I wind up getting lost in something I'm reading. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, man, there's so much here now.
Yeah, exactly. And I want this to be the biggest, the authority, the everything. I mean, we should have technical documents up the wazoo. Some of the ether interferometry. I have some of it. I'll show you one. Observations, interferometry, Dayton Miller. Look at this stuff. This I got off of one of Alan's YouTube videos. I clicked on that button that lets you take out the text out of the video, and I copied and pasted it and fixed up
That's great.
I took all the and I mean this instead of that, statements, and I just turned it into an article. And so Alan says he's going to hop in here one of these times, and he's going to be just editing the hell out of this wiki. So, there's just plenty of stuff, that we can do. And once it's in here, God, it's going to help you, them, everybody. Everybody's going to be able to benefit from this. So that's the idea anyway. So that, I think, is pretty heavy duty description of how to get started editing, how to use this wiki, even if you're not editing. If you really have some gravy for me to share, not with me, but with everybody, because that's what this is for, and you want it up here somehow, but you just hate the idea of editing or don't have time, or you've tried to edit, but you found out you just can't do it, let me know, through Telegram or through that email. You might have some articles, you might have PDFs, might links, some text, some general idea of what you want, and I'll build it for you. I'll put it up somewhere, So I just want this information to just be complete, and don't want people to feel intimidated by the wiki text or the how to edit and things like that. And if you do screw something up, like I said, I'll fix it. If you intentionally screw something up because you happen to be a baller, I will probably go in and I will basically tell the wiki to remove that change, and everything you did will just disappear, and then I'll block your IP address.
Right. See, I hadn't even thought about that. Well, I guess we'll know it's blown up when the ballers show up.
Yeah.
Or have you
Yeah.
had attacks already?
No, knock on wood. I've had
Right,
people...
I'm doing it. Off the mic. Don't worry.
Apparently the link to the wiki has already come under scrutiny in Facebook. The people have been sharing it around, and apparently Facebook is starting to censor this link.
Huh.
So I would definitely recommend going to your browser and typing in truth.wikitide.org and bookmarking that. So that way you have access to this whenever you need, whenever you'd like to look something up. Shout out to Melodome. He's come in here a couple times and he's found some random article and just started reading it, and he was able to make whole shows off of it. And that's what this is for.
Hell yeah.
It's to help people be able to, come up with some good information, be able to find it quickly, and be able to make, videos. Or if you're doing a debate, you could just type in here and, and bring up something that the baller is accusing you of not knowing. And you could say, well, what am I looking for? I'm looking for maps. Oh, look at there. Here's some maps. It just comes right up. Here, I'll show you, you stinking baller. And then and then right there on a live stream, you could just broadcast this stuff and, show them. Show them this is scientifically and practically correct. Somebody might need that information drilled into their little dumb head, and just having that on the screen through a web page, if you will, kind of makes it seem more professional, because that's what McToon does to you guys. He'll bring up his stupid gay website, and with all this slanderous bullcrap about flat earthers, and he'll claim that he's a Christian. And so I think, you guys deserve the same amount of power to be able to bring something up, drill it, and then just, shove it in their face.
Right.
It's like, what? You don't think NASA lies? Let me bring up NASA. Bam. You know what I mean? So there's just all this gravy is already in here. All the 666s, for example, some breakdown of the symbology of their symbology here. Officials who spoke against NASA, links to videos and stuff. So all of this has different references and stuff. So this is kind of one of my more complete articles, but there's always room for more. There's always room for more gravy.
I love the little caution there with NASA, but
Yeah, let me go back down to that.
Mm-hmm.
Caution. Finding out NASA is fake might turn you into a flat earther. Exactly, because that's what it did to me. Because that's how I started. I heard about the flat earth from my wife, bless her heart. She, found out about the idea on it and, thought it was stupid, probably just like I did. Maybe laughed. I did. I thought it was stupid and gay. So,
did.
yeah. So, she told it to me and I was like, okay, but, look at me. I'm already building a wiki. So I take things too far. I dig in and I keep going. And here I am, the Uncle Flurf now, so that's what happens when you try to debunk this crap. And that's why it's got this caution is really, really classic, because that's exactly it. So yeah, definitely start out with NASA and open up your eyes to some of these international, ISS bull, all their, them tugging on the wire, then the little CGI artifacts and stuff from augmented reality blenders, their stupid hairspray, you name it. It's all in here. The NASA swim team, is talking about the walks in swimming pools. I don't know if I have a Bubbles in Space video, but I should definitely make sure that's linked in here too. Bubbles in Space is great. So that's what this is about. Let me go back to agencies. I have a government now, U.S. government, Jesuits, the Freemasons, trying to, So here's a freaking creepy Mason apron. Talks about all the presidents that were Freemasons, all of the famous people, like Richard Pryor, Ben Franklin, of course, Jesse Jackson, Winston Churchill, Ludwig Beethoven. Did you know Beethoven was one? Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Freemason. So basically, the moral of the story is if you've heard of them, they're likely a Freemason. Now Freemasons in space. Here's Buzz Aldrin. So some kind of fun stuff here. The Jesuits and stuff like that. So these are cool because these little kind of backing articles are nice because if you're like in, say, the NASA article, Freemasons. So basically you'll see that like here, Aleister Crowley, a 33rd degree Freemason, and see Freemasons actually a link that goes to the Freemasons. So that's why these are nice to have these little, these different basic generic articles like that. So it looks like I need to fix that. But anyway, yeah. So this has been lots of fun. I've been just so much enjoying this. It's been awesome doing this, and then the amount of praises and shout outs and people thanking me for building this thing. It really is starting to shock me. It's really been a blessing because I definitely feel gratitude for the people like you who have relentlessly made show after show trying to teach the world the truth. And I've heard some of you guys say that we need a wiki. So I jumped on it because I thought it was a good idea. And I figured I should be able to figure it out even though I've never done a wiki. So, it is what it is, but people say it looks nice and they like it. So I'm happy. And if that's all it takes, then I've just been basically trying to build the framework out, and now I'm starting to fill in the details and make this thing huge. So that someday maybe Dave Weiss will put me on his app and have a link to this. So that's one of my goals. He said he would definitely put this on his app if I had more content. And now that this sucker's gone international,
Right?
I'm saying this is already bigger in his app, so I got to give him some shit now.
There you do. Yeah, you do.
So this has just been freaking exciting. I have been jacked all week without the crack.
That's awesome. Yeah, just think of all the repositories of information we've come across over the years. If I got a couple SATA cables and went through some hard drives, the amount of information is just silly. Like, it's gross. Like, I think Walt mentioned last time you were on, we'd had somebody send us like just a full terabyte of books and papers and just information. Just gravy of every sort.
Just
a full terabyte,
Everything
just
you can think
completely
of.
full of it. And he sent like 4 of them out. It was just
survival, religion, government. I mean, you name it. There's, and it's books, it's documents, it's papers. It's really a stupid, like you said, a gross amount of information.
Wow. I know. I wish I had started on this thing years ago. There's so much stuff out there. This kind of information I was learning as I was becoming a flat earther. There's so much information that I was learning, and I wish I had been able to capture that as I was learning.
I think we even captured a lot. I, for one, Don't want to speak for anybody else, Walter, but I didn't organize it for shit. So, like I said, I've got a whole bunch of information, but I don't know
It's still
what
linked,
or
like it's
where.
still organized like Aether had it with his different little categories and stuff. Yeah, I haven't redone it. So
Not even sure I could find that particular hard drive, thinking about what it looked like.
Have you seen Einstein in high heels?
oh yeah,
Mhm.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a sign of a genius right there.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah. So, just having some of these memes in here, various things like that, helps inspire making some of these articles. And so anyway, yeah, it's totally, totally fun. And hopefully if you do edit, I hope you'll be able to eventually have some fun. I know it's difficult at first. It takes some, getting used to for sure. I think that visual editor will kind of break the boundaries of it being insane.
Yeah, without that word-rich editor, I doubt I would have been coming in here and typing up code to get it look the way it needs to look.
No, that would definitely not have happened on my end for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and see, I can totally read this. I did the whole wiki like this, all of this stuff, and this is what I've been
That's
used to.
incredible, Joel. My goodness.
But because I eventually learned it. Plus, it does have, even this old style editor does have the same tools. Like, I want to insert a table. It's different. So it does have all the little helpful things here. But this visual editor, it's like, yeah. So I was, looking at articles over on the Wikipedia, and then I noticed they had this over there. And I was like, holy crap, what the flip? That's a thing? This visual editor is a thing? So I went over and went to the Wiki's control panels, basically, and I found it, enabled it, and bam, I was like, holy crap, this is so freaking awesome.
That is a game changer.
Yeah. So I did a show like this where I was showing people how to edit the wiki on Melodome a couple of weeks ago, and I wish that I had this at the time. I had to show them all of this boring, all this boring wiki text kind of concepts. So now I got to go back through and I got to make all new videos. Since things have changed, and also since I've gotten a haircut, so I just got to go back and redo them, and but it's definitely a pleasure to basically try to help the community. And so everybody out there, so can you. You can sign up down here, sign up, read the rules, just start editing, creating stuff, and contact me through the support page. The ground rules are basically just telling you, hey, don't stomp on other people. Other people have different ideas than you might. For example, the moon produces a cooling effect, or the moon does not produce a cooling effect. I think both
Or the moon has a map on it.
Yes, the moon map. That's another one. Exactly. And there's some people that are hell bent on that.
Boy. Yep.
Yeah. So that one I'm fine with. Just put in there that, hey, I think the moon is a map. Here's the proof. Here's the evidence. Here's all the gravy on that. In fact, I do have some stuff on that, but
I know a guy we need to get involved on it for you for sure. In fact, we need to get him back in here. He's released some new stuff, and we never did get him back on it. Better known as Wrong Thing, has a great channel on the moon map idea, and not just the idea. He tears it apart. It's pretty insane what he's uncovered with it.
Yeah. The plasma theory.
The plasma moon. I love Foster. Yep.
Yeah. So I got a link to his YouTube
The whole
video right
video?
there. Yeah, to his video
Nice.
on there as well. So, I found several theories actually. The moon is an opaque sphere, as in a solid sphere like a rock in space. The moon is a transparent disk. Yeah, the moon is plasma. The projected moon, and I don't have much gravy on that, but then the moon map. So
A friend of mine actually sent our buddy James, Josh, sent me a video a few weeks back, and it was a gentleman, I believe, speaking in Russian, who was talking about the projection idea in the inner black sun and the moon and the sun being ideas from that. But it was only us being able to suss that out from the diagram he was drawing, because again, it was in a language we weren't able to understand. But see if I can get that over here to you guys. Give me a second here.
Yeah, like the transparent moon, where the dark side of the moon is now all of a sudden transparent, whereas before it was opaque or at least overwhelming so that you couldn't see through it. So there's this idea where you can see stars through the moon. And if you know Effie Nation, he's one of the channels out there. He will tell you that no, that dot you see on the moon is a light spot that's always on the moon. It's just that it stays lit all the time or something. I can't remember his explanation, but he does not believe this moon becomes transparent at all. And so
I have to say, I've done a few observations with the newer telescope that I have had for like the last probably 6 months, and I'm pretty much on that same page. I see that bright spot all the time.
yeah, and I think that's beautiful. And in this transparent moon theory, it's fine. It's good to write the word theory here, and that's why all of these say theory, and that's the idea. You all have theories. Well, you have room. You got another theory?
Right.
Well, here you go. Make another
I
paragraph.
don't even know what to call this theory, but I've seen the video where someone has taken like maybe a concave piece of glass and painted the moon inside it
Mm-hmm.
to show that even a concave view of something can make that look convex and round and spherical. Wait, that may even be the same video where he dips the moon in water and shows how the phases work, I think.
Yep. Yeah, and that looks beautiful. I like that video. Yeah. I don't have that linked here, but
oh wow, I have that in James's line here too. I wondered that was in my head right away. It's like I've seen that recently. That's where it is. James sent me that one recently too. Here, let me see. How want to do this? I guess I'll have to download them first. Well, I could show the video I was showing.
Here's a real picture of the moon right here.
Yeah, no doubt. As they built it.
As they built it, yeah, for their studio set.
For their set, right? You heard the air quotes. For their little trolley car to test it. That's what you do.
Right. Yep. Look at that creepy Freemason right there. Building freaking shit to fool humanity like he's some sort of god or something. A little piece of crap. Spending our money on this, our taxpayer money on this, $70 million per day to fool people. What a crook. What a creep. So yeah, it's totally fun. I totally have been having so much fun doing this. So all of these articles, and unfortunately, I wish I had the brains like, Whitsitt or Alan or, Shane St. Pierre and stuff. I really wish I knew all that stuff, because I would love to be building some of those other articles too. So if I don't have them now, I eventually will build them. But if anybody jumps in and starts building them, I'll embrace it. Work with them. Totally. That's what this is for. Wikis are powered by the community. Wikis are never complete. They're never done. They're always being edited. In fact, in 2019, I think it was, the word horizon now includes the word curve on their Wikipedia. So that tells you that even the Wikipedia is not complete, right? They added the curve to the horizon because of what? Flat earthers, right? So this wiki is not for that nonsense. This can have theories and it can have truths, but not the baller nonsense. There's already a wiki for that.
Yeah, there's way too much of that out there. Okay, I've got these saved to my computer now. Let me go. All right, give me a second here. Hey, real quick, Josh, it is like 6:30 and I could use a reload on my coffee. You want to throw a song on or something for a minute? Or y'all good for a minute while I take a break? Or what do y'all want to do?
I could do either. How about you, Joel? You use a little break?
You ready for a little break for a second, Joel?
Oh, yeah. It'd be awesome.
All right, cool. Then let's do that. And I've got, oh, this is a nice meme. I'll send that way too. Hang on. I'll let y'all get to the break. Hang on.
Well, I gotta take my phone cover off because don't you know, nothing just works the way I want it. Now the question is, what the hell am I going to do with this? I think I know what I want.
Yeah, I forget you can't just play anything. We're on YouTube.
At this point, what are they going to do? They're
Yeah.
pulling shows down left and right. I will say, I don't think they have no spheres are being recorded, but all of our Ironworks get recorded on my hard drive and through radio.co. So there's that. Well, we might have to do a couple of them because these are kind of short.
Okay.
But it'll be all right. It's not like I'm smoking anymore anyway. Let's see, where am I? Here I am. Nope. There we are. This says have no sphere. Stick around. We'll be right back. We're just going to take a little break. Sit back, chill, enjoy the song. It's a little Zack Bryan in a song called 68 Fastback. I dig it.
Take my soul, take my heart, tear me apart. I'm good for anything. It's all of this suffering to use me for part. To you I'm just salvage. I ain't ran right in years. So drive me, then gut me, deceive and fuck me, and disappear. Take all my jokes and tell them to them. And act like you're someone that could be someone worth loving. And steal all the good parts you found in me. Yeah, you'll sell them quick, yeah, you'll sell them cheap. Hey, you'll give them for free. But I cleaned all my pistons. I'm running on 91. And I'm piecing myself back off the shelf, one by one. Now I've got a driver who chooses the high road. They don't use me for scraps or throw my ass back when I hit potholes. And I'm flying down the freeway, going 117, and a 68 fastback looks like a hatchback racing me. You cannot tear down what's built up strong now, thankfully. Oh, I believe you cannot tear down what's built up strong now, thankfully. And I'm flying down freeway, going 117, and a 68 fastback looks like a hatchback next to me. I'm a stone's throw from the mill, and I'm a good walk to the river. And my working day is over, we'll go swim our cares away. Put your toes down in the water and a smile across your face, and tell me that you love me, lovely Lady May. Now I ain't the sharpest chisel that your hands have ever held, but darling, I could love you well till the roll's called on. I've seen my share of trouble, and I've held my weight in shame, but I'm baptized in your name, lovely Lady May. Lord, the wind can leave you shivering as the waltzes o'er the leaves, been rushing through my timber till your love brought on the spring. Now the mountains all are blushing, and they don't know what to say, except a good long line of praises for my lovely Lady May. Now I ain't the toughest hickory that your axe has ever felled, but I'm a hickory just as well. I'm a hickory all the same. I came crashing through the forest as you cut my roots away, and I fell a good long ways for my lovely Lady May.
A little more Tyler Childers. Lady May. Lovely Lady May. Welcome back. Have no sphere right here on the ironrealmmedia YouTube channel. Walter, I imagine you made it back. That should have been more than enough time to chill off some coffee, because I know you like yours cold. Or maybe not. Sounds like he's not here. But it's amazing how much I don't have to go away when I'm not smoking a cigarette. Usually the only reason I need to step away is so that I can go to the back door and smoke.
Oh, congratulations.
Like 9 days in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, first time I've ever done it voluntarily.
Yeah. Damn. That's pretty good. I quit and started and quit and started and quit and went to Nicorette gum. I chewed that shit for probably a decade.
God, isn't that expensive though?
It is, yeah.
Jesus.
So I was using the Target, Equate brand and
Mm-hmm.
looking on Amazon for all these cheap brands, and then no fun at all. So it's good to not be a smoker, that's for sure.
It is. I still got the vape I use as a crutch, but even that I use less than I did when I was smoking. It's crazy.
Hmm. Maybe if it's okay, I'll show you building a content creator page real quick.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Okay, let me share my screen here. So during the break, I saw up in the chat from Benny Boy, he shared this name of this channel here, so I looked him up. This is the guy with the moon map documentary or something here.
Mm.
So I figured let's add this guy because I don't have him. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the people, content creators. There's a little index here on the side of all the sections, so I'll go down to V for vibes. Okay, cool. So you can edit just this little section here. Now this is the old style editor. Let me click on the visual one. Why not? There we go. So let's see, insert a row below. So this is called Vibes of the Cosmos. I'm just going to copy the title here. Paste that in here, paste that in again. I'm going to turn this into a link. Forgive me, I'm totally new at this visual editor. Oh, and this is in the way. There we go. Click on the link icon. We want it to go people, content, creators, vibes of the cosmos. Now I'm going to go ahead and start that page up by clicking this link here into a new window. Create this page. Heading, paste, vibes of the cosmos. All right, now I like to put in a picture. So I'm going to go grab it. So save image as vibes of the cosmos profile. Now let's put that picture in here. Insert an image and media. This is where you'd upload a PDF to. All right, so it shows all my recent uploads. So I'm going to go ahead and choose upload and select a file. And I am going to choose the Vibes of the Cosmos profile and upload that. Save that. Boom. Use this image. You can give it a, let's see here, advanced. We want it right justified. I don't really need it to have a frame, so I'll just say basic. And I'll make sure that stays on the right-hand side. Insert. Boom, there's this picture. So now I'm going to go back to his channel and click on more info. It's got all this gravy here. I'm going to copy that, paste that in here. Uh-oh, he's got line breaks and that didn't copy over. Oof. So I'm going to add them myself. Plasma Moon, Geoengineering. There we go. So there's his about section. Now I'm going to put in his links to his YouTube. So I'm going to insert this heading here. I'm going to call it live stream and videos. Now I'm going to go over here, back to YouTube, copy that link, and we're going to type in YouTube and paste his link in here. And that's about it for that guy. So we're going to go ahead and hit save page. Let me grab his name again, copy, save, describe what you did. I created Vibes of Cosmos, save page. Great. I'm going to go back to this page, Vibes of the Cosmos. I'm going to go ahead and save that in here. Added Vibes of the Cosmos. Whoops, what did I do? Looks like I broke something. So some of this is new to me because of the language, the translation stuff. So it's kind of crazy. So there we go. Let's scroll down to the V section. Vibes of the Cosmos. There it is. There's this new page. There's his link to YouTube. Go back to content creators, back to people, back to the index. Bam, there you go. That was adding a whole new page of a content creator, just like that.
Nice.
You do it about 175 times like I have, it gets easier.
I bet.
Of course, that visual editor really still honestly throws me for a loop. I have been doing the whole wiki in that wiki text all the way up until this week. So
I can't even imagine.
yeah, I don't know. In some cases, I think it's easier. I don't know. This other languages thing is actually throwing me for a loop too, because if you look at the code here, it has inserted these little funky T1, T2
for the different translations, I guess.
Yeah. So what it does is it's basically it'll take your page and it takes it into sections. So if I say I want to translate this page and say I want to do it in Akin or whatever that even means. So it's each of these little sections is a piece of that page. So you can click in here and then you can translate this into Akin or whatever language. And then you basically it jumps around to each of these different sections and you translate paragraph by paragraph. And that's how you translate. So paste the source text, copy that, and you can just go over here to your Google Translate, translator, paste. Let's see if Akin is in here. I've never heard of Akin. I don't even know what that is. Let me choose a better language. Well, I guess it came out wrong, didn't it? Better language. Francis. There we go. I guess that means French. So let's try that. Boom, there we go. Copy that. So, where was I? Thank you. We appreciate everything you're doing. So then you would basically paste in that and then you say publish it. Now that section will come out and say Merce la-di-da-di. And then you hit the publish button and it commits that change and you go through the next section and copy it and then say, hey, here's the paragraph I want to translate. And you just kind of do it that way. The reason why it's so monotonous, if you will, is because it is apparently appreciated for people who natively speak these different languages to have something actually natively translated properly, as opposed to a robot doing it. So the wiki doesn't give you the ability to just translate itself into another language. You have to literally, by hand, translate this stuff. And that's how you would do it. So you just take all your English text and translate it piece by piece. And what I'm doing is cheating, because I am not literally translating anything. I'm doing it by robot, but I don't know French, so I'm faking it. But if somebody did know French, they would literally type all this stuff out in French or use a translator tool and validate that its readability is correct, according to what the original article says. So then they publish it, and every time you click publish, it jumps in the next section until you get to the bottom. I'm not clicking publish because I don't want it to actually stick, because I don't know French, but whatever. But that's how you would translate a page. And if you don't have time to finish, if you publish the translation paragraph by paragraph, it actually sticks and saves it. So then if you go back and look at your links here, if you hover over it, it'll say that this page is 100% translated. This one says it's 100% translated. But it would say, 10% if only one paragraph was done, for example.
Right.
And if you click on it, you would just literally see that one paragraph in French, and then the rest you would see in English, which is better than nothing.
Truth.
So anyway, yeah, that's all new goody stuff lately. Apparently that's how it's done in the real wiki. And if you've ever browsed around that sucker, it's huge. Couldn't imagine.
What were you going to say, Walter?
Well, I was going to ask, is there a place for just PDFs that, is it going to be like a separate library kind of spot, or is it just going to be mixed into a certain area of information? And here's a PDF about that as well. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to have a separate whole area of just, here's a lot of PDFs, maybe alphabetized by topic, or I don't know. Because again, I'm like Josh, there's so much stuff here. I don't even have it set up in a normal human system. It's just a clusterfuck. So trying to put it somewhere else, I want to put it right. I don't want it just to be another clusterfuck.
Yeah, under miscellaneous, I have a section for books, which are PDFs oftentimes, and then also papers. And these are kind of like your journals and your documentations and things that don't formally fit the format of a book.
Right.
So papers is where I'd be putting it. Another way you really could do it is if you had an article about something and that document was pertaining to that article, you could really just embed it right there. But having this little index,
and probably best to do it both ways. That way it can be found just by searching for it, or in the information you need to benefit another article. I like it that way too.
You put it in there as the paper, and then that's the link you use to hyperlink it at other places. So it always takes you right back to that article link.
Yeah, exactly. So that is exactly it. So if you do have a paper and it's gravy, universal gravy, good idea is to put it here. And then once you get it in here and linked nicely, you could just go in and basically edit. You could just literally just copy your link. For example, you just copy this link and then paste it in to your other article wherever it is. And Now you'd have another link that does the same thing as the one here, right? So he could just copy and paste the link over there, have it in both places. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the formatting of these links, how all this stuff is done, it's all very specific. I haven't actually done all of this stuff with the visual editor yet, so I'm curious. I'm curious how it will actually work for you guys.
I've got some really interesting ideas I want to try out. Some things I've seen done with the mainstream Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be real curious to see if it works.
Yeah,
Well.
absolutely. Yeah, that is kind of a good point. Let me fake something here real quick. How about let's make a thing called test page, and we'll insert that. There we go. So let me go to that test page, new page, create this page. Bam. Now let me go to the Wikipedia. How about Einstein? Oh, Albert Einstein. Great. Now let me hit view source. So if you copied this stuff like this out of the real wiki and you went over here and pasted it, you'll see that a lot of this stuff kind of comes out.
Right.
Because it is wiki text, even on the real wiki is also wiki text. Also, this is really funky looking here. Also, if you see this picture, instead of uploading a picture, I'll click on him. What? Why is it doing it this way to me? Oh, okay. Yeah. So up here, there's this picture, there's this link right here. I mean, this picture name, file name. So I'll go over here and I can do, heck, that really is turning out kind of crappy for me. Sorry about that. Sheesh. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I took a bad example, didn't I? Let me start over. Let me see if I can find something, horizon, here we go. Horizon, it's a curve. So let me see, edit. The horizon is the parent curve. That's got a reference in it, and that's why I was having errors, actually.
So it says apparent curve?
Yes.
Not actual curve. It just appears to curve. That's what they're saying.
Right, exactly. So let's show preview. Okay, so there's a reference that I don't have, so I'm going to delete this reference out of there. Show preview. Okay, so the idea was I copied this text off of the source into the source of this. You can see that this became bold. And if you looked at it originally in the other wiki, that text was bold as well. Because they used the same format as each other. Now, let me go to preview. If I click on this picture, this is what I was looking for. See this guy right here? I can copy this file, this link, and I'll bring it over here, and I can do that, show preview, and wham, there's that
That's crazy.
picture. It just happens to be a little large. So I can go in here and say it's 200 pixels or something. Show preview. Boom. So I use the image from that other wiki by using the file name that's used. So somehow these things are basically all in the same cloud or something together, which is kind of fantastic. So I didn't have to upload a picture of the curve, of the fictitious curve of the horizon. If that makes sense. So horizon, here's another picture. Click on it. Right here, so that's up in the title bar or the address bar. File, sailing boat, horizon. So let's take that and make a, probably could do it this way too. Let's try it with the visual editor. Let's insert a image and media. There you go. Look at that. Holy crap. I've never seen that actually happen before. So I want that one. I want to use, and so it comes with all of its markup there. Use this image. All right, or boat on the horizon. And let's go over here and customize the size. Let's say it's 200 or something. And insert it. There we go. Advanced. Let's make it left justified. Apply. So there you go. Faking some stuff here because I've never tried it with the visual editor. But see, I just used 2 pictures that were actually on Wikipedia. I didn't have to download them to my hard drive and then re-upload them. I just referred to the file that they're actually using up here in the actual image.
It's crazy.
It is. I was shocked. And there were some times I was trying to upload some weird stuff, like Einstein in high heels or something. And I was uploading and it pops up and it shows a picture of Einstein, looking all serious. And it says, "Are you sure you want to replace this image?" And I was like, "Oh no, let me forget the upload. Let me go rename my file to creepy or Fruit Loop Einstein, and then I uploaded it. So that way I wasn't overwriting the other wiki with my picture." So anyway, it does tell you if you're trying to overwrite something else, and otherwise you could just use that something else if it's the same thing and forget having to upload it, in other words, and just refer to it just like we did here. So anyway, it's got some kind of cool little things that I know that sounds complicated, but technically it's a shortcut. Or at least in my mind it is. So anyway, that's some cool stuff that this thing will do for you. And that's how I learned it. It was basically I first started kind of looking at the source code over here and stuff like that. So if you're like, how did they do this right here, this math? What the bloody hell? That's in this section called distance to the horizon. Let me hit edit source and find it right there. It says math. Let me copy that. Let's go over here to my page. Let's paste it in and see what happens. So far, no bueno, huh? What's going on? It can handle math. It's just, oof. There we go. I don't know why it didn't. This visual editor, like I said, is a little different. What? Okay, fine. I don't know what it's doing. I'm going to go back to the visual source editor or the source editor and paste it in. Now let's preview it. There you go. So there's that math right there. So You can kind of go and find stuff and copy it out of the other wiki and then paste it in here. Show preview. Boom. Look at that. So there's some really neat stuff you can do. It's just learning all these little cool
Yeah, I
little
was gonna say
things
there's a lot of
one
neat
at a
stuff you
time.
can do. I can probably mess up a lot of stuff first, but I'll definitely get it all figured out eventually. And then if I get in a bind, I know who to call.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Yep, that's what it's about. Interesting. It's because it says left already. Show
Now, I've
preview.
seen it and been wanting to ask about it, but we keep getting into details. While I see it now on the page again, to the bottom right of that column of stuff, it says manage or download this wiki's dump.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something that someone literally can just get all this information in one big dump and put it on their own like personal hard drive away from the internet to keep it safe? That kind of thing? Is that what that is?
Basically, yeah. I don't think everybody's going to get those links. I'm kind of an admin.
Well, I wondered if that was always there or not because I hadn't seen it till looking on here while you're doing it. So yeah.
Yeah, and you might get it. I'm not really sure what would happen if once you sign in. I know you'll get your edit links, and it should let you
Right.
edit. Will you get all of these links? I don't know. And if you do get them, will it tell you permission denied? I'm not sure, honestly. But if you needed to have administrative privileges, so far I have it set up so you don't, just to edit.
Right.
But if you needed to do something like dump the wiki, yeah, it makes a JSON file, which is a structure of the wiki. And hold on a second. Okay, and it basically downloads like a backup of the structure of the wiki and the text inside the wiki for backup purposes. It doesn't do you much good unless you happen to find yourself another hosting site who operates wiki text like this, another wikis,
Right.
and then you could upload that dump to it and then recreate this wiki on another hosting site with that dump. And I started to download these dumps just for the sake of backing up my work, just in case, the shit hits the fan. I'll have it, and then I can always go to another hosting site or something, maybe if I had to. So I'll try to back this up when there's significant changes done to the wiki every now and then. So yeah, a lot of the stuff is basically administrative garbage. And generally you don't have to worry about that if it doesn't work for you. In the wiki cheat sheet, I even have some other administrative looking things down here that are kind of cool. Like, a list of unused files, a list of all the uploaded files, a list of broken links. So if you click on that, it'll show you what pages actually have broken links in them. See, I got three links in here that are broken. So I need to go fix them. In fact, I got one broken under your page, it seems. Let's go look at it.
Probably a video removed.
Link.
I couldn't get to the mute fast enough, Josh.
What was that?
Is it probably one of the videos removed?
Yeah,
videos removed, yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 a week at this point, yeah.
Or blocked. They're getting blocked pretty good now, too, with the music that we play in the mornings. Either partially or completely just blocked. They don't take it down. They just remove people's ability to watch it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what they did. So you, as the content creator, could then still download it and keep it and then put it somewhere less communist?
Yes, as long as it's blocked, you can probably even go back and edit out the music, the offending music, to make it available for the entire globe.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yep. So I think that's about it. I shouldn't really go over much more. Just basically don't feel, the ideas with these things, feel bold, start building. If it doesn't look the best, come back and work on it. Look at other pages, hit edit source, see how it was done there. Go back to your page, see if you can fix it. If you start to pull out your hair, contact me before you really literally do.
Right.
Because I don't want you to get frustrated or anything. And if at the very else, if you throw your hands up, just, like I said, I'd be willing to finish the page, fix the page, or build the whole thing from scratch if need be. If you provide me the gravy that you might have, because I don't have everything that everybody's got. So I'm constantly looking for more gravy to add to this thing. That's for sure.
So here's how
And
a weird peek behind the curtain as to how my brain works. I love all this, and I want to start gathering all this information to put on there, sort of. I mean, not necessarily for me to put on there, but really, it's like a competition just to see how much information can I gather? How much do I have? Now that there's a place to put this stuff, how much do I have that I can actually gather? And can we just make it ridiculous? I mean, just how much information is out there? I mean, it's got to be silly, the amount of flat Earth stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dan Falkenbach, I think, just sold one of his flat Earth books. Some guy reached out and he's like, hey, I'll pay a ridiculous amount of money for, I forget what book it is, but Dan is like a book dealer. So he's just got a huge library, and this is one of his personal flat Earth books. Guy's like $20, or he offered him $40. There's a whole sort of back and forth, but he ended up paying $200 for this book that Dan had, and then sent Dan a picture of his flat Earth library. And it was absolutely ridiculous. If you're not familiar with the flat Earth subgenius, Dan Falkenbach, the story was on his Facebook, I believe. Head that way to see if you can find it, because there's some really cool pictures of this guy's library of just flat Earth books. But the amount of information, if we could actually find a place and consolidate it and centralize it all, I bet you it's gonna, again, still be a game changer to be able to go and just see all of this stuff right there and just how much there is.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, some of this stuff is tedious, like uploading and creating links and descriptions for each and every document. This is websites right here. These are other flat Earth websites. So if you're looking for those are in here. But, let's go back to the books right here. I mean, I had to get their author name and the year that they created this thing and the link, or upload the PDF itself to the website or to the wiki. It is tedious. And that's partially why this page isn't done, because I have over a terabyte worth of PDFs left to upload.
I know that feeling.
And now I've got faster internet, so it's much easier than it used to be. But still, holy lordy, it takes some doing. But I just, stay empowered by the idea that this might freaking help somebody out. And just the fact it's indexed, if you will, like this, author, the year, the title, that's more than you're going to get with a file called 1597.pdf. So this is really cool. So yes, I had to open up all of these damn PDF files, and I had to read it, and I had to go in and look for I had to go in here and look for who is by, copy that out of there, go find the year it was published if I could find it. And so it's even a little bit of homework just for each file to there you go. Copyright, I guess, would be the date to use. And then there you go.
So imagine if somebody knew what they were doing, you could probably create a spreadsheet ahead of time, yes? So that when you wanted to insert a table, I reckon you could probably copy your spreadsheet over to that table. Seems like there's got to be a way to make this easier.
I personally doubt it, but let me find out. Let me see. Because first of all, your spreadsheet isn't going to have the link.
Hyper.
I don't think.
Well, it may not transfer hyperlinks, but even if you're transferring text, if you're just doing the author, the title, the year it's published. I mean, if you're just getting the text and you just go through your library, and I don't know, there's a lot of interesting ways that with 2 or 3 programs, a lot of this shit can be automated, I think.
Right. And there might be ways to do that kind of stuff. I don't know all of it.
AI can do it.
There you go. I love it.
Well, that's kind of one of the things I was looking into, because there are definitely ways and videos that I've seen scroll past on my feed, specifically taking a faceless YouTube channel and letting AI scan Wikipedia to make videos with the text from Wikipedia for this, and then upload it right to the YouTube channel. So it's like you start it and it just starts running this shit. And pretty soon it's reading stuff from Wikipedia, making a video, taking that video, uploading it to YouTube for you, and it just does it all. It's just fucking insane. And that's why I was kind of curious to see if you could take that same AI and start running it on this site and doing the same thing, and just say making it run flat Earth videos.
Right. Well, check this out. I just typed up that stuff into Excel and I pasted it into the visual editor, and look at that. I made a table. So that's freaking A. In fact, these were even links, but
I mean, I think that in and of itself might make things so much easier.
Yeah.
Especially if you know how to quickly work your way through a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to make filling out shit on there a lot easier.
Yeah. Let me see. How do I turn on the header? I don't know if it's going to let me. Yeah, how do I turn on a header? What if I insert another table and give it test author year? So I don't know. You can definitely play around with it. Don't feel too bad if. Yeah, look at that. I made a table in here, gave it my header, then I went down to the first row, then I hit paste from Excel, and it filled in that with the captions.
It just filled the table that you created in with all the stuff from the.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
So let me try another one. Let me call this one test 2 and test 3. And let me copy those out of Excel and insert below, paste. Boom. That's pretty sweet.
That is
so,
really sweet.
You taught me something. So then you would just have to turn this into a link, or you could then delete that and say, let's go ahead and insert, your link, or upload a image and media here, kind of a thing, perhaps. So anyway, sorry, I don't have all the answers, but especially with this visual editor, just still learning it. Yeah. But it's pretty bomb. Hopefully it'll help. I think it's kind of a game changer. I'll learn more as I go, and then what I'm going to plan on doing is I'm going to be making some more videos. And again, those are on the main page at the bottom, Wiki cheat sheet, training videos. And so I'll be probably putting up some new videos here and archiving off these older ones down here as I build some new video tutorials. and hopefully that'll help. If not, the rest of the wiki cheat sheet talks about how to build stuff, and I'll probably update this page now that I've got the visual editor, because I've been always kind of hell-bent on trying to simplify this page because it seems like it's overwhelming even to me. But if I can figure out how to simplify it some more, I will definitely do that. So this page is subject to change as well, and that's why I put it up here on the wiki as a wiki page called the cheat sheet, because you can edit it and fix it and change it over time. And as opposed to me hard coding it in Microsoft Word and producing a PDF and saying, here, click on this link, this is the cheat sheet. Well, then I'd have to maintain that PDF and update it with new stuff all the time. And this is better because I can have live links in here, and I can update stuff and fix typos and not have to publish a new PDF every time. So this cheat sheet is just another wiki page, really. So I better stop because I'll put your audience to sleep.
No, I'm digging it. This is really interesting. And I think, again, there's all sorts of programs for helping out with the Excel program, so filling in tables and things like that. So I think there's going to be a lot of ways that it's going to speed up this process and make it a lot less tedious, I think.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I'm really surprised by that, honestly, that it actually did that. So cool. I'll probably put that in a video and document it, because you probably couldn't see me doing the Excel part. You just saw the result of me hitting paste, but I do make a video showing me typing junk in Excel or whatever, and then copying and pasting it from that and then into the wiki. So you can actually see that process. And I'll make a video on that topic. And as I learn new stuff too, that's really handy. I'll put in there as well, make a new video. So
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We've been hard at it. Just a little over 2 hours.
Dang.
Wow, no doubt. I can't believe it flew by this fast.
I know, right?
Well, far out. Well, I think I've covered it over and over. Where to go, where to get help, how to use some basics of editing.
I guess what we should do, Joel, is give everybody, but for sure give ourselves a little while to mess shit up and then get you back over here to fix it.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, I'd love to.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to definitely do that. We'll probably even do some of that live as we'll edit our own personal stuff.
I was thinking it and was going to ask you off the air if you thought we might ought to do some ourselves live one day. Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
Next week. Here in a couple weeks. After the craziness of the holidays have died down.
Yeah, the next
I don't want to use the
week.
Not the New Year.
Crazy nights.
New Year's not for a few months, but holidays.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you guys contribute and start building pages, I will probably be trying to reach out to you so that you can be added to the donations page. That's right here under the main page for visitors. Here's the donations page. In here, there's things like this, links. So this is me. Here's the Wiki Tide Foundation, so you can donate to them here.
We're not seeing much. You stopped screen sharing, so we don't see anymore.
And Flavia, who has been doing the Portuguese, I put her in here, but she hasn't given me her donation links yet. She thinks getting content up there and translating is more important than her donation link, but that's the idea. You'll put her link here, and if you start editing, we'll stick your name in here somewhere, create a new section, and put your donation links. Maybe a visitor will see that they want to donate to you. But otherwise, if you're a content creator, do that on your content creator page. Down here under, I'll show you Wits It Gets It here. Merch, support. Patreon, PayPal, Cash App. See, that's the idea. Have all of these ways for people to be able to donate if they random acts of kindness. But for people who work on the wiki, this donations page is right here off the main page. So you can put yourself in there. So that's kind of a hidden perk, if you will. So you could add yourself in here. If you start adding pages and making articles, put yourself in here. And your PayPal link or your Cash App link. No guarantees anyone will donate to you, but it's, it's there. It's a possibility.
One of the few lessons I've learned is that there is absolutely no guarantee that people are going to support you.
And I don't expect it ever. I never did. I just thought of this later on. But in my perspective, I'm doing this as a gift. I want to give back to what I've been given, and I've been given so much by you truth tellers. A new life, less anger, a lot less stress, a lot less boredom, desire to learn and relearn. It's just gravy all around. Yep. So that's how thrilled I am. I'm so freaking thrilled by this new life that I want to give back by saying thank you. And I can't afford to thank everybody monetarily. So I built this wiki to try to help you guys. And so that's the idea. That comes first.
Well, I appreciate it. It sure does look good. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and a great resource. And I hope people will actually utilize it and take advantage and not only go over there and edit and update and put their own stuff in there, but do it offline with groups of people when you need something to research or you're researching something specific. Just keep it utilized, keep it bookmarked, and use it often.
Well said. Thank you.
We got to get out of here, I reckon.
Yeah, Joel, thank you truly, man. And once again, I want to sincerely apologize for what happened last week. It was, definitely, we let the ball fall, and it definitely did on that one. So thank you for hanging out for the time you did there and being patient, and certainly thank you for coming back and letting us make it up to you. So
thank you.
And then once we break it a few times, we'll have to get you back over here to fix it. So
yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right, then. I think we'll just go ahead and head out. I want to thank everybody there in chat for hanging out with us tonight. It's a bit of a rough start. I was in less than a good spot. But I'm just...
Well, it's frustrating when the new computer doesn't act as it should. So
I don't know that it wasn't. It might still just be me. I might have just been a little too sober. Like everything was thrown off.
That'll happen.
And don't know. Usually I can tap my microphone and get a pretty good read on where my levels are. But I guess with all the filters and shit that I've thrown on there, it's like suppressing the background noise and all the gated shit. So when I tap it, it doesn't really register a whole lot. So I'm thinking it's not registering at all. Then I start talking and it's peaking where it should. I thought, oh, fuck. All right. Works. I went back and listened and shit, we sound pretty damn good over there on YouTube. So, guess we'll just...
Yeah, what I heard coming out when I accidentally hit the button, it was sounding fine to me.
The music I'm a little not entirely sure about. Same with soundboard. Soundboard this morning, I went back and listened. It wasn't quite coming through. It was getting cut. So I might have to play around with some of the thresholds. But other than that, I thought we all sounded good tonight. We all sounded good this morning. So that makes me happy.
Well, for anyone who hasn't seen it, I've dropped the link a few times to the True Earth Wiki, and it is also in our show description here. So certainly go if you don't have the whatever oomph or the confidence to go in there and start messing around. At the very least, go in there and dig around, because even just watching Joel play with it, I saw about 6 things I need to go back and go find and read the details on, because, this is still a work in progress for all of us.
And the amount of shit that I've forgotten since 2014. I mean, literally, we're coming up on a decade. We're rolling very quickly up on a decade since I first found Flat Earth. That is longer than 99% of the relationships I've ever been in.
Yep.
So take that for what it's worth.
Kind of a shocking announcement here, I have to tell you. So this person I told you, Flavia, has been helping do the Brazilian Portuguese. She just wrote me and says, "I'm sorry I couldn't translate today because my son was shot. He is 15 years old."
Oh,
So I told her that I'd be praying, and I'll ask you guys in the community also to pray for Flavia Santiago's son here and her and her family there.
definitely.
So, wow, shocking. It's a small world after all.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, prayers for that would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Let's just do 60 seconds. In the morning time, we have silence detectors and things like that. So we can't really play the game where we just stay quiet and see who just can't take the pressure and breaks first. Otherwise, it'll start kicking in all kinds of music or other shows that we've done in the past. We got to keep making noise in the mornings. We don't really get a chance to take time out and help and ask chat to just take a moment and just sort of focus that energy. I know that there's been people that have claimed that it helped and that it worked directly and specifically live as it happened. So at the very least, we'll just waste 60 seconds of our time looking like we're doing something. And who knows, maybe it'll actually have some effect. So I'm going to set a timer.
It will.
And we'll just say our prayers and focus our energies for Flavia and her son. That is absolutely crazy. That is absolutely horrifying. I hope Flavia and her son can recover. I guess I don't really know the status, but I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. She just says, "Brother, sorry I can't translate today because my son was shot. He is 15 years old." She wrote that at 5:51, which is 4 minutes ago. I wrote her back and told her that I'll be praying and ask the community to pray. So sorry, don't worry about not translating. You take care of family. And then I wrote lots of prayers coming your way because I see it in the chat. It's overwhelming. So thank you so much. I don't know the status. I don't know if he's injured.
Well, she said shot, not killed.
Sure,
And she
yeah,
did use
injured or
present
Right,
tense.
that's what I'm hoping. Right.
Yeah,
He is 15, so that's good.
Hopefully he'll be able to recover. That's what we need to pray for. I don't have any other details besides that. I figure she'll share if she has any updates, I guess. But I know the prayers are going to help, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. So I will, yeah, definitely. I told her that there's lots of prayers coming her way, which I know will help. Thank you guys. That's the most important thing right now. If there's some news though, I will totally put it in one of the chats and in one of your videos.
Are you in our Skype group? I can't remember. Joel, have we had you on our morning show?
No.
Or a Telegram.
We had, but I was going to make sure. Yeah, or the Telegram group, because we have a group on both those platforms where everybody that, like in the chat, hangs out, and so you could give us an update there. It's in the show description right here. It's the
T.me.
Actually, he's got a bunch of them here. Right, the T.me one is the Telegram one, and then Josh has the Facebook. Just the different ways to get with us, so that way you can keep us definitely posted on what's going on, man. I hate hearing this kind of thing. As much as we all know the media tells us lies constantly, when you hear it from a trusted person that you know and love, and yeah, it's a whole different thing. It's fucking terrible. Sorry to hear it, and definitely make sure she knows the love is coming her way.
Well, I think it was meant to be that the information came during this broadcast so that so many people could collectively pray, because we're all basically, some of us might be nuts, but we're all a family, and it's beautiful. So I'm sure it was meant to be for the support that we all can give her, which would be prayers and keeping her in our thoughts. So yes, I will look for your Telegram channel, and I will get on there, and I will update you if I hear anything back.
Definitely. And
thank you.
Least, yeah. Give her our love if you next time you talk to her.
Yeah, will do.
And you may have told us and I missed it. Does she have a channel that we could just kind of keep an eye on, or is she just behind the scenes kind of person?
Well, she's on Telegram.
Okay.
She reached out to me on Telegram, so I don't know how that privacy stuff goes.
I'm not sure how to get us with her that way. We'll figure it out. Once you're in our Telegram group, we could probably work it out from there. So, and definitely just keep sending her the support that we can from our distance here. So
there you are, ironrealmmedia. Found you. Oh, it doesn't let me just chat, so I could type it underneath of
there should be an ironrealmmedia chat and an ironrealmmedia channel. We should have both. So if you put chat behind it, it should take you to the actual chat room for the channel that we have on Telegram. We got into Telegram when it first started, back when you could do unlimited file transfers. You could upload file size.
That's why we got on there, right?
Yep. And we did. We took full advantage.
Oh, we definitely, yeah.
Probably why they took it away.
Okay, well, hopefully I'll figure it out. Telegram's sort of slightly new to me, so.
And it can be a little confusing the way Telegram is. It's so different than most everything else that.
Yeah, I made a couple channels because I had to make a couple channels because one of them wouldn't let me talk. So then I made another one and then I linked them. And anyway, I don't know how it all works, but it seems to work okay.
That's what I just get by. Yep. Ours are linked. So if I post something on my channel, it shows up in the chat. So it works out real well. There's not a whole lot of chatting on the channel. It's all done in the chat. Really weird the way Telegram is, but
it's not really coming up when I search for it by ironrealmmedia chat.
We probably have it as IRM chat just because it's an yeah, that's what it is. It's IRM all capitalized, and then CHAT it's all not capitalized. I'm trying to find the invite link in here, Josh. Where is it hidden again? I know
you go to the IRM chat at the very top.
At the top. Hello. There it is. Okay. Thank you. And I will.
And I hear you there in chat, Bill. Gun control is a tight grouping.
You gonna paste that into the chat there on the YouTube?
Conceivably, all I'm getting is how to add, though, Josh. Where is the actual?
So if you see where it says members, 37 members or whatever,
that clicks.
And then the right, all the way to the right of that. There, I posted it in the YouTube chat.
You better go ahead and put that in the chat for him.
I'll drop that here. Yeah.
Perfect. I got it.
See, it's not just you, Joel. It'll lose most of us. I don't dislike it as much as I dislike Discord, but the changes that Telegram has gone through definitely are not changes I'm happy with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I caught him right in the middle of a change too, which really extra confused me. So what the hell? Okay. Well, I will keep on it. And let you know. Thank you guys. I won't take up any more time here. Join me, chat, join group. IRM got it. Yes, I'm in.
Perfect.
I see you there, and also Belinda has joined the group. Thank you for joining us as well, Belinda.
Very cool.
Yes, definitely keep us updated. I'd be real curious to see how her son is doing.
Absolutely. Okay, will do. And again, thank you
so
guys
much,
for
man.
the support there
Thank you.
on
And
that.
I'm so glad that the timing worked out for that to still be something we could help with. So yeah, man, it's definitely a crazy world sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, guys.
All right, Joel, have a
you.
great weekend. Enjoy your holidays. I hope you at the very least get to spend it with the ones you love and get a little downtime and time to relax.
Yes, my birthday on Tuesday.
What? Happy
so,
birthday.
Thank you.
Don't forget
So I
to
will.
Happy
celebrate your mother.
corporation formation, my friend.
Remember, you didn't do anything on that day. It's not about you. It's about your mom.
Right. That's right. All I know is I get the day off. That's all I care about, to be honest.
Fucking A. Yep.
That other,
Damn Skippy.
the other part of that, which you said is a long story, and I'll leave it for another time.
Right on.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later. We'll have you back on again here very soon after we throw up some changes and make some edits there to the True Earth Wiki.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Much love, Joel. Have a great
Thank you,
weekend.
man. Love you, Joel.
Right, bye-bye.
Love ya. Bye.
Man. Poor Flavia. Horrible. Sorry, I'm lost just trying
Yeah, I am too.
to
Just grappling
imagine
with it, 'cause-
and trying to not imagine.
Right. Well, I saw a story go by today and thought, oh, here we go again. But something about it just felt different to me, like, because it wasn't here and it wasn't everywhere. It was just one story and it went by and that was all I saw. So I was like, maybe that one was legit.
Crazy. All right, then. Well, I suppose
Everyone
we
in
should get out
chat,
of here. Huh?
thank you all. Yeah. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for sending that love. It's FEUD, Bill. Trying to help. Oh, well, so y'all helped him. Okay. Oh,
I just call it
could
dinner.
be FOOD. Yeah, I just that's what I'm saying. It could be FOOD. Depending on, yeah.
LUNCH.
Well, I don't have anything else. Oh, I do have something else.
What you got?
God, Liz, I did it. I remembered the last second. Okay, let me ask everyone here in chat and you, Josh. I wish Joel was still here to answer this question, but it just occurred to me. Okay, so there's a holiday movie happening probably right now on one of your devices or one of your channels or whatever. And on that device, you can go watch this holiday movie, and it's about this green character who doesn't really like Christmas so much. And so he goes and he takes everything away from everybody. What do you call that show, Josh? What's that called?
The show or the book on which the show is based?
The book, the movie, all of those things. What is it called?
Well, I think the show, the one with Jim Carrey, where he was a character called the Grinch, was called the Grinch. But I think the book that Dr. Seuss wrote was called The Grinch That Stole Christmas, but I might be wrong.
Wow, that is so epic. I don't know, Liz. I don't know. This was weird because I didn't even know this was a thing until Liz brought it up in our Skype chat earlier after the show. So apparently, I know there was a computer animated cartoony thing that came out a few years ago that actually was called The Grinch. And full stop. The Ron Howard movie is actually called How the Grinch Stole Christmas, as is the original book and the original cartoon. I was a huge fan of the cartoon and the book growing up because I was a child who read and was read to quite often. And I had the Grinch version that had the scary yellow-eyed creature that wasn't really a pleasant thing to read when you were a certain age. And then fast forward to the Chuck Jones cartoon, Chuck Jones cartoon, whose artwork I already appreciated because I was busy watching the Tom and Jerry cartoons on TNT every morning. So I knew who Chuck Jones was. And so, yeah, that all worked for me as like, okay, so this is that, this is this. And then here comes that Jim Carrey abomination, which at the time I was already over Jim and kind of over Ron Howard too, because he was getting real political in the news and all that shit. And so I wasn't as excited about that movie as I probably would have been 10 years prior to it coming out. And when it finally came out, I was highly disappointed because of my love for the book and the cartoon. And the fact that it really didn't honor those in any way to me, totally just took them in their own direction. So that's me. That's where I'm at. How the Grinch Stole Christmas is what it is. Thurles Ravenscroft sang the song. Boris Karloff did the voice. Read the story in the cartoon. I'm pretty nerdy about it. So apparently Stabley's on this one though. He's got it. Oh, he did a video tonight, Liz. Just said in chat. So, yeah. I don't know. That's just me. And apparently you saw the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. So there you go. I don't know. I see that, Badfish. See, this one goes back to that whole Queen and Vader and all those for me. This is all that whole just the collective talking about it on shows, talking about it in your own personal life, people mentioning it in other circles, and so it eventually became the Grinch Who Stole Christmas because that's what he did. But to me, it's always been How the Grinch Stole Christmas because that's what it was about, was how he did it. The idea came to him. He used Max as a deer. He created the suit, the whole way he did it. Not just he did it, it's how he did it. I don't know. I'm probably beating the dead horse at this point, but yeah.
And for me, it seemed more about his redemption than him actually, how it was he went about stealing the Christmas. I mean, that was more the setup for the redemption.
Well, yeah, it was all about the heart growing 3 sizes bigger that day, of course, but still, that's where I'm at. Liz is happy with you, Josh, right? Because for her, it is the Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
And so, then you were saying that, and what it sounds like to me is classic Josh dyslexia. I mean, that the Grinch Who Stole Christmas sounds like something Josh would have read from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I mean, there's enough letters there that I would have conflated.
Yeah, it works out. Fucking
I don't know.
Yep.
Or maybe I was reading the Kmart version. Who knows?
Maybe we're right next to the Berenstain Bears.
I mean, he looked more like Kermit the Frog than he does the Grinch. It's green. Whatever.
Green, go with it.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Too good. Yeah, let's do.
All right, thanks, guys. We will see you back here. We will see you back here. We love you guys. We don't know when. Maybe. I mean, probably.
Well, Josh might be here by himself Monday. I don't know. I can't. I'll be at a house with people sleeping at 4 a.m. There's really no way for me to. They have an alarm system they shut on or turn on at night. So I can't get out. I'm trapped once I'm in there.
And hopefully Zack will
go to the bathroom.
Zack may want to talk. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, he may definitely will. He's been down and out. So, and Cami, hell, she may want to hop on at that point. She's been out of here for a while. Much love to you guys. I don't know if you're watching this or have the patience to even deal with us at this point right now, feeling bad. But yeah, definitely love you guys and hope you get better. Hope the holiday gets good for you. Hope you feel better for the holiday. How about that?
And if you can remember, give Flavia some love and her son some love. This is going to be a real tough holidays. Trying to spend it in the hospital, hopefully. Hopefully spending it in the hospital. Hopefully at home. Hopefully he's just got grazed and they're getting ready to release him and send him home. Hopefully. Anyway, love you guys. We'll see you back here at some point. I'm not sure, so you guys can't be sure. So do me a favor, just make sure you're still subscribed. We dropped down below a few more. It's getting a little bit silly, but make sure you're subbed. Make sure you hit that bell notification so that YouTube might hopefully let you know when I decide to maybe go live. I don't know.
I know it's incredible that at, like, what are we at? 4,500 right now? Yeah. That at this level, we're still, yeah. Don't say that, bad boy.
Was it like, it was like 44.50 was the max, I think, maybe, and then we kept dropping down. Now it's like 44.37. We just keep, it's like it would stay level, would get some and lose some, but it always stay right around that 44.40-ish, between 44.40 and 44.50, but now it's even below 44.40. So it's going down, going way down. I guess they don't like the music in the mornings. Oh, well. Love you guys. We'll see you next week or some point. I don't fucking know.
I see Nemo in chat. Are we gaming after this?
It's a real good question.
It's up to you. You're the one that has had a longer day than I.
I mean, I'll be awake. I mean, chances are there's probably. The question was which. Are we doing?
Yeah, what? I'm not sure. Why don't we just meet you on Discord, Nemo? If you're down, I don't know. I know you work today too, so you may not be available at the moment. So yeah, that's what I have too, Bri, is 4.5.
That's probably what it is. 45.37 is probably what it is. It was 45.40, between 45.40, 45.50. I was wrong, off by a number. I got that damn YouTube Studio app, and that's what kind of throws me off sometimes. Seeing so many different formats. Anyway, love you guys.
Thank y'all. Love y'all. Thank you.